Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here, and thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. We do get a lot of people watching these videos, but they forget to like, and this does not help the channel. So if you could press on that like button, and your comments always help, as well as sharing these videos. So thank you from the heart. Okay, it is a Wednesday, hump day, everyone. It is the 5th of July today, as the moon is transiting through Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about detaching, right? All about finding intelligent ways to do relationships, or even figure out any problems or any ways to bring friendship, to bring camaraderie, to work together. Remember, Aquarius is all about, it can be emotional detachment, but it can also speak to freedom. So if you're in a relationship where there hasn't been any respect, freedom of choices, right? The friendship, which is very important within a relationship. And if you're not with someone who you could call your best friend, that doesn't help. So, moon in Aquarius, this is detaching, this is seeing things more clearly. It could also speak to, moon in Aquarius loves to talk, okay? Loves to talk. So if you've got good communication with your other half, that's another ingredient that really is the glue, or the building blocks for a very successful relationship. Those are very important factors. Friendship and good communication, I would say. Respect, of course, respecting the other person's space, and freedom within the relationship. All these things are very important. Anyway, I'm just finishing off the individual love readings on Patreon. I've got Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces to do. So thank you, my dear patrons, for waiting, for being patient. Today, with this Twin Flame Soulmate reading, we'll be doing a relationship cross. We're using the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon Oracles, and of course we'll be taking the Mystic Moon Oracles as well. This is more the tarot. It's a tarot deck where that's more an oracle, and of course the usual, what is it called? It's called the Fin de Sickle Kippa, and the Moonology, and the the Romance Angels. The Romance Angels Oracle as well. I'll see what else I feel called to take. Thank you for your comments with using other love messages last week. I think that my deck is what most of you are after. Okay, so we'll be doing a little bit of, flip-flopping, swapping. So this is today is a Wednesday when we usually do yes please. Now, because I've still got a few obligations, you may comment beneath with a yes please, but give me a few days to get back to you. Okay, by next Wednesday I will have gotten back to all of you. So you may comment yes please beneath this video, not in the comments section, right? Not in the comments section, because I won't get to see it once the video is not premiering. So thank you for being here and supporting this channel in whichever way you do. The love and the respect is mutual, and thank you so much for your comments of inspiration and love towards what we do here. So let's get into it, my dear friends. Goodness, it's getting dark all of a sudden. What's going on? Let me just bring in a little bit of light. Okay, what this is telling me is that there's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of unknown things going on that you may be in the dark about. Well, Divine Debut 11 is here to bring the light in your situation. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for all of you. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so before I take that, I want to take, first of all, a wisdom of the oracle to see where is this relationship, where is this twin flame, soulmate, karmic, and full of lessons relationship. It will be different for each of you, remember, my dear friends, so take the messages with a grain of salt. Many of you say that these readings do resonate a lot, so even if you receive one message from here, then that's bonus. Now, we are premiering this reading, and it's late here in Greece as I'm joining you in the chat, but it's daytime when I'm reading for you. I hope you've all had a wonderful 4th of July, a wonderful holiday. My best wishes to America. I know you guys are going through your Plutonian return. Things are really upside down, and not only in America, in Europe as well. The astrology is totally on point. So those of you that are aware of the energies, which is astrology, and you're with us on Patreon, we do talk about it a lot, especially on tier 3, tier 2 as well. You get the full moons, the new moons. We do talk a little bit about the world and what's going on and how we're all affected collectively. And of course it does speak to us individually because we're all part of the collective, right? What a month July is going to be. Let's see what's going on in the area of love. As Venus this month will be retrograding, I am looking forward to doing a video on that. So tier 3 is where that will be. So the Venus retrograde and the Venus star point will be talking about that. It's incredible. The information and the cycle of Venus is just really incredible. Join us on Patreon if you feel so called to. And thank you to my patrons for your support. Without you, this channel probably would perish. Let's see what the message is. Where is this relationship in the now? In the now is whenever you get to view this, right? In the now, where is this relationship? What is the advice, please, Spirit? Thank you, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Lophiel. And I'm calling on the wisdom of Zeus and Mercury. Zeus and Hermes, please advise. Wow, okay, we've got chop wood and happy. Okay, so we've got two messages. The chop wood to me says keep working, right? And the happy is ahead of us. We do see the colors of the rainbow here. So a 42 equals 6. 6 is the lovers, so I'm wondering, someone may have a choice. Chop wood is about putting in the effort, right? Doing the work, working extra hard. That does bring up, of course, Earth, but Virgo very strongly doing, carving something out, creating something bit by bit. Okay, so there is promise here. You need to keep going. We've got a 26, which equals an 8. And 8 is Leo. It's the strength card. So we will read the messages in a little while, but let's take the spread. Before I do the spread, I want to see, because we're looking at the relationship spread, and what that means is the now position, the past position, the future potential position, the position of you, and the position of the other person. Your person, the person that you are concentrating on now. I want to take, first of all, the Moonology oracle, because in love readings, the moon plays a very big role. Okay, very, very big role in emotional, in your emotional life. And the moon, of course, could speak to secrecy, fears, one's upbringing, one's past. Their relationship with their mother could also be a big factor in how they relate to you, or the other way around, so you and how you relate to them. Of course, the moon speaks to the past as well, so their lineage or their childhood or even past lifetimes. Let's see, dear Spirit, can you please guide emotionally? Where are they? And where are our friends here? Where are we? You can ask yourself, where am I? Because remember, the moon is also our subconscious. So you may be acting in a certain way without even realizing that. So okay, the position of you emotionally, where are you? A time for healing, balsamic moon. A time for healing. Where is the other person, please, Spirit? The other person. Adjustments are required, third quarter moon. A third quarter moon is never an easy one. What is the general energy? What do you need to release? Waning moon. A waning moon. Okay. A waning moon, of course, is when we've already passed the full moon. So passing the full moon, of course, that is a completion. It's a culmination, and it's also possibly an aha moment. Someone maybe even reaching deep within their psyche and dealing with things that have been shown to them. And this could also relate to fears, a fear of, deception, because the moon can speak to secrecy, right? And also deception, not being emotionally open. This could be self-deception or deception from the other person. So it's like we're unpacking and releasing. And waning means more release than what? Building. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. The work still needs to be done by releasing, energetically what's taking up the space. We make space for the next phase. And, the moon has got different phases. So your person is at a third quarter moon, which again is a difficult phase that they're going through, and they need to make the adjustments. Some of you are needing to heal, to take time out and, breathe and heal. Okay, so obviously there's been disappointment. Let's take the cards and see what's going on. It speaks to stages for me, and it's really interesting that it did not, none of the cards, the Moonology Oracle, none of them brought up any signs. So let's say, for instance, a new moon in Pisces, for instance, or no mention of any signs. So very neutral, very neutral. And of course, the third quarter moon, third quarter is after a full moon, okay? And we've got the waning, we've got the third quarter, and then we've got the balsamic. It's really interesting. Let's see what's going on in this relationship, in this divine union, please, Spirit. And it is a hot one here in Greece, my goodness. And it's going to get only hotter. I hope that you're all dealing well with the heat. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I know in Melbourne, Eleanor was saying it's freezing there. Melbourne is quite south. I know a lot of people from Victoria have got issues with asthma. I know that because I used to visit Melbourne every Christmas, we had friends there. So, a lot of you know that I grew up in Sydney. Sydney's got more sunshine, but there's a lot of beautiful things about Melbourne as well, especially their roads. They're incredible. Let's see what's going on. What's going on in this divine union? Divine or karmic or soulmate. Remember, soulmate can also be a friendship. This doesn't have to only be about romance and love. So let's see where this relationship is in the now. We've got the King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, a visionary leader. Now, this could be obviously an entrepreneur as a person, right? Because we do look at the energies as well as possibly the person. So we've got a masculine figure here, a fire sign. This is someone who's very much a visionary leader, and it speaks to someone who holds a position of power. We know the King of Wands is very flirtatious, very sexual, very, much about action. It's not someone that sits back and relaxes, right? So someone quite flirty, someone very creative, someone very much about inspiration and creativity. So as an energy, it speaks to action now. We see the fire, and fire is all about creation. And we know that Venus will be retrograding in Leo. Okay, and that is a fire sign. Now, there's fixated energies as well, if we're talking about the Leo archetype, because this could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. So we'll speak differently to each of you. Of course, the Venus retrograde in Leo is a fixed fire sign. It speaks to leadership, heart, risk-taking, so on and so forth. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, then this possibly changes, because Sagittarius is all about transmuting, change, fitting into one's environment. If this is an Aries that you're dealing with, and these could also be your energy, but I usually do see the King of Wands as your person. The divine masculine, right? Whoever takes that position, let's say. Aries would be more about cardinal fire and initiation, gutsy energy, taking that leap of faith, so on and so forth. Okay, let's see where you're coming from. So this is a good sign for the now position. Where is this relationship coming from in the past? We've got the Ten of Swords, painful ending. So there has been an ending. There's been betrayal, possibly deception, possibly no effort put in to a situation. We've got a lot of fire, air. Fire and air, very strong, could be a very explosive relationship, very competitive as well. So we've got air and fire. Some of you may have strong air in your chart. You may be dealing with a fire sign, or the other way around. Now, they, as a teamwork, they work well together, but if they're at odds, in opposition, then it can be a very explosive and challenging situation. Right? So there's been a painful ending. Remember, the Ten of Swords is where there's an end, where things seem not able to go anywhere. But obviously, tens speak to a restart, a new cycle, maybe some clarity possibly coming in. Maybe your communication was very, one person, maybe for some of you, were coming more from air, which is more being cold. The other person was very much about desire, and maybe even switching between the energies. So at one point, one person's cold, the other one's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. It's like something has broken. Let's see where you are. Eight of Cups, and you're going through an emotional evolution, my dear friends. Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups we know is emotionally detaching, letting go, because you did not find your bliss, you did not find your happiness on all fronts. And remember that these readings are very, there are great sensitivities and lots of karma, or maybe timing is an issue here, possibly other people. Now, on your side with the Eight of Cups, maybe for some of you, you were in a situation possibly where you could not find your happiness, and that's why the door opened to this relationship. Okay, because on another level, and that's how tarot is, just like the astrology, there are many, many layers, right? And we have to mention those, because not everyone's story is the same. So remember that this is the relationship which could speak to you or your person, or both of you. It's this side which is mainly yours, and the other side which is your person, that's more about you and about them. In this area here, it's about the relationship, so it could involve either you or your person. So in the past, Ten of Swords, yes, this can speak to the relationship, but it can also speak to where you are both coming from. And that's why this relationship was ignited, let's say, right? So emotionally, and we see all these skulls here, there's been some sort of ending, some sort of Scorpio energies, an ending, something pertaining to metamorphosis or necessary change. Remember, all energies and all cards in the deck mean something, and they're there for a purpose. So what the cards are saying here is that in the distant past, and in relation to this relationship, there were hard lessons to learn, and maybe this relationship was birthed, because remember that the Ten of Swords starts at the Ace, and the Ace of Swords can be a double-edged sword. So a double-edged sword means can cut both ways. And the Ace of Swords can also speak to nemesis and needing to cut someone out of your lives. People show up in our lives for a reason, okay? And when there's a lack of happiness within someone's life, if that involves another relationship, or where someone is single and they've been single for a while, obviously everyone is in search of a partner, their other half, and being single, usually most people do not look to be single. They're looking for their partner in life, because singlehood, some people can really live like that, but that's only very few. For most of us, we're looking for our partner, our person to share our lives with, right? So that's why we've got the Ten of Swords here. I won't keep you waiting anymore. Let's look at the other person. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Spark. So you see, it looks like the King of Wands is more leaning towards the other person, because there's similarities here, whereas on your side you've got more water, and water is more emotional. It's more emotional, it's deeper, it's more sensitive, it's more psychic, right? And I do believe that some of you that may have not been happy in another situation, you've been going through an evolution, and this person has showed up in your life for you to evolve. Now, this could also speak to emotional distance, physical distance from you and your person, right? And when we've got the King of Wands and also the Ace of Wands, the Spark, this does speak to a flame. A flame is creation. It's also very sexual, and it's also very much about creation and inspiration. So they hold the Ace of Wands, which is also a very sexually inclined message, right? So maybe they had a spark. This was someone maybe that was in their romantic life, maybe at a beginning of what they were creating, because remember the fire suit, it begins with the Ace of Wands, and the King of Wands is the outcome. It's the journey. So that's what I'm getting here. What is the possible, because we're going to take other cards as well, what is the possible outcome in the near future? We've got the Four of Swords, healing and recovery. So someone is needing a little bit of time, or, I mean, the Four of Swords is the warrior, let's say, that needs time to heal or needs time to think, someone who's in preparation to enter a difficult situation, because, you know, after the Four of Swords comes the Five, and the Five of Swords is someone that's willing to fight. Obviously, there's, you know, the Five of Swords can be internal, but external conflict where there's other people involved as well. Could be someone that's ready to use their wit, their intelligence, their even anything legal. Someone that's ready to do whatever it takes to win over a situation. And, you know, this speaks to the near future. And with Venus retrograde at the end of July, all of August, and she'll turn direct 4th of September, 3rd or 4th of September. And that's when we will have resolutions pertaining to this Venus retrograde. So I don't know if possibly, because the King of Wands in the now is all about creation, but it can also speak to someone that's got their plate full, someone that's got a lot that they're dealing with. Fire can burn, but it can create. Yes, it is inspiration. Yes, it is all about action. But this is saying there's action and then there's a stoppage. So maybe necessary adjustments. Remember the third quarter moon, which is on their side, and you need to heal. I don't know. You're going through an evolution, looking for those Two of Cups, but an evolution takes time, remember. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck before we take more cards. And we've got the Hanging Man, you see. So new perspectives. Where this relationship is concerned, there is karma. Remember the 12th house of Pisces being an ending of a cycle. It is also the house that speaks to secret love affairs. It does speak to Pisces, so I'm wondering, Pisces is unconditional, it's sacrificing. We are going to have a full moon in Pisces, August 31st. I think I've mentioned this already. This has come up in one of my readings recently, where this could also be a time of culmination and a literal ending of a major cycle. So that speaks to August 31st, just before Venus retrogrades. It's going to be a full moon in Pisces. Someone has a new perspective. Maybe this is also a release, because we see that the heart is locked. It's like locked in. It's like Spirit is forcing us to see things from a different perspective, or what's been holding us in isolation, because the 12th house does speak to isolation. Or even feeling bound, or, you know, it's Pisces is the 12th house. It's the house of sleep. It's the house of dream. It's the house of quiet. Someone is working through possibly their solitude, or maybe there are also things going on behind the scenes that you don't know about, that they don't know about. There is some sort of a release. Remember what it says, What do you need to release? Something needs to be released. Let's take some cards and see what's going on. Let's see with the Fin de Sickle Kipper, the fortune-telling deck, what could possibly be going on. And you know, an adjustment, the third quarter moon is it's all about a lot of discomfort. A lot of discomfort that your person is going through. And they are making the adjustments through hardships. Three cards, please, Spirit. We've got expectation. We've got the wealthy man. And we've got the thoughts. What's at the bottom of the deck? We see a gift. So it does bring some hope to this reading. But again, timing is really, really important. Let's see, where can I put my cards so you can see them? What's beneath a gift? Family room. We've got the hands of a child here. There could also be a child in the picture, or remember, Leo is the inner child, and it's got to do with children, and it's got to do with flirtation and fun and creativity and having the ability to create through a risk, through taking a risk. And you know, this gift, this could also be something of an invitation. It speaks to the family room, and this is someone's private life. This is their personal lounge room, if we could say that. So this could be an invitation to someone's life, to someone's personal place, and that also speaks to like an opening of someone's heart, right? A moment of maybe even trust. Now here we've got the divine feminine in expectation mode, expecting something from a wealthy man. This is very similar to the visionary leader that I see here. 13 does bring up Scorpio, the visionary, could be any fire sign, of course. We do have Uranus energies here, and we've got, I'm going to say, Venus and Libra here. The expectation card and Taurus, because it does speak to Venus. For me, it's like the Empress. It's like the divine feminine is on the inside looking out in expectation, waiting on the divine masculine. We see she's turned her back on the divine masculine. That is a certainty here. Now, the divine masculine, and this could also, for some of you, could be a third party, where we've got a divine feminine to divine masculine, and you can, you know, it's not gender specific, so take the messages as they resonate. Yes, this could be the same person, this wealthy man. Wealthy man, of course, is someone that could have a lot of ego. Yes, they could be someone royal, someone that's known in their community, or this could be someone who's not wealthy in the pocket, but wealthy amongst others. So someone in a position of leadership, maybe even with a rich emotional heart. Someone who could be quite generous with others, possibly. Could be someone that's quite weird or strange or very different to what you would normally look at pertaining to a partner. Right, the thoughts says surely that someone is, I mean, this divine feminine is on their mind, and they may be thinking to, because 16 is the tower, and the tower, of course, 16 being the tower is Mars, and Mars is action. But I do get a lot about a thought pertaining to action. This could also speak to telepathy, where you know when they're thinking about you, or when you think of them. You know, the communication, it works through higher realms. So when you think of them, they think of you, so on and so forth. And I do get like they're thinking of doing something radical and unexpected, something that they would not normally do. That could be the case, or this is another person that could be a little bit someone that does things that are very unexpected, very, very much Uranus energy, and Uranus obviously rules Aquarius. Aquarius could be, of course, social media, communication, but also someone that is very untraditional, right? The wealthy man would be, if this is someone else, this seems like someone that's more calm, cool, and collected, unless this is another side to this wealthy man, where sometimes they act totally out of the norm. So this thought, an unexpected thought, or maybe this is something that's totally out of the blue that's happening, a major shift, a possible tower moment that this wealthy man is going through. And so a sudden shift, a lot of changes. The tower is never an easy energy, remember, but in the process, whatever they're going through, you are on their mind. Okay, remember the adjustments are required. They're going through a third quarter moon energy. Let's see emotionally. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'd like to do now is I want to read the messages, the chop wood, number 42. Was that in the reverse? I don't even remember. I do not remember. Like, seriously, I don't remember if it was in the reverse or in the upright. So that means that it will be different for each of you, obviously. So let's read the relationship message. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do today. Day to day. What you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh because I thought it was saying, but let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard on, passionate. Ace of Wands. Okay, you've got to laugh. You've got to laugh to this. Like, seriously. Let me know in the comments section. That's what I was going to read. Luckily, I did not read that. So let me read it again. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing. I'm going to say something, stare into the space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. So what this is telling me now, it's about doing too much. And Spirit is saying, just be. And that's what the Four of Swords speaks to. Maybe someone needs to really think, take time out in the near future. They are gaining strength. They're gaining, they're connecting heart and mind. This is like an important decision that someone is needing to make, and it's called healing and recovery. So this speaks to both of you because it is the possible outcome card. Let's see what the protection message speaks to with the chop wood. And obviously this could also speak to two people that are just very busy going about their lives, their day-to-day lives, and have put love on the back burner at this point. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? And that's what the Ace of Wands is, and the King of Wands. Desire with a capital D. The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you have begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, take one step towards the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you. So maybe this hasn't been done. That one step towards this relationship. Because remember, I'm not reading reversals. So think about it like that. Maybe there hasn't been any action that's been taken. Maybe we're in a void right now. Right? Because it's all about release and it's not about creating right now. It's about ending something. Right? And even where this message is concerned, it does tie in with this here. Stop thinking about it and take action to create. And we do see someone that's very creative. Look at all the paintbrushes and the art that this person is creating. So someone who's very artistic, very creative. Let's see what the happy speaks to. Number 26. I know that was in the upright. 26. And it comes after the round and round message, which is like a cycle, right? So what is being birthed after we're getting off that merry-go-round? We've got 26. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Let's read the relationship message. There are moments in a relationship when you just feel good about whom you're with and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship. And if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of itself like bees to honey. So for me, because it came out as the second card, it could be speaking to something happy happening just around the corner, right? Let's see where you are emotionally and where they are emotionally. I'm going to take one of these cards on each position. One or two. We'll see how we go. What's going on in the now, please, Spirit? In the psyche, what is hidden? What is there that we don't see? And we've got spring. And spring, of course, can speak to dating. It can speak to growth and romance, surely. Remember the gift. This could be someone sending you flowers. This could be some sort of a happy period around the springtime. For now we're in summer, obviously. So for the Northern Hemisphere, maybe it's talking a little bit, it's going a little bit back towards the time of spring, where there was inspiration and the want and the need to create and to fulfill this desire. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, could be talking to the next 2-3 months, let's say, in spring, which is September. Let's see where you are coming from. Yeah, there was a lot of fear pertaining to deception and betrayal. Maybe that was more connected to the divine masculine or whoever upholds that energy. Let's look at you. We've got the inner child. The inner child. So, you know, the inner child is about innocence. Maybe you jumped in with both feet. You were more open and more susceptible to deception, you came into this relationship with a lot of innocence. Now, some of you may also have a child. Now, you may also be someone that's very young at heart as well. And the other person, your person, we've got admired. And the admired, we do notice the butterflies here. Now, obviously, this could speak to someone who is admired or they admire you. There's a lot of, I don't know, such etiquette and such beauty, and, you know, there's politeness in the admired card. But this also happens after some form of an ending, a metamorphosis. We see the butterflies. So your person could be going through some sort of a metamorphosis and change. Now, they may admire you, and they may have told you, they may have kept that, and they haven't told you. I mean, this could also be news, because we see the spring, which is very much about goodness and openness and a sense of blooming. Let's see what the possible future holds. And we've got free will. And the free will is all about freedom and truth, I'm going to say, because it does bring up the Aquarius energy. Someone free and having healed, having recovered, someone not fearing speaking their truth. We do hope in the past this relationship came from a place of fear, and here this speaks to free will, someone knowing that they are free of any fears, psychological fears that they were holding from their past, maybe from their childhood, right? This is a sense of freedom, freeing oneself from another situation. Possibly it could speak to release and fear, because remember, 4 of Swords comes after the 3, and 3 Swords is heartbreak, disappointment, but also it does involve others, right? Let's see what's at the bottom and the general energy here. We have solitude. So right now it's all about seeing the light. Someone needs to have new perspectives. We've got very Virgo, the Hermit energy, and we've got new perspectives here. So Pisces, Virgo, and we're going to have a new moon in Virgo September 15th. So I don't know if you're a Virgo, or I don't know how this new moon September 15th, when Venus will be direct, because that'll be all about resolve at that time. A new cycle begins, obviously. And remember, the Hermit is all about having seen the light and ready for changes. What's beneath that? And we've got family. There's the divine timing. I don't know. I mean, the family can speak to a family that someone is leaving, or a tribe, and, you know, feeling that this person can be part of your tribe. I mean, we've got the divine timing, which is like the wheel. It's Jupiterian energies. Jupiter can be segregation, separation, or even expansion, optimism, and happiness. We've got the happy there. And Jupiter will bring you the truth, of course, in divine timing. But someone needs to see the truth. And remember, this is all about quiet. In quiet, we see the light. We get those new perspectives. We see, obviously, the divine feminine very much about having turned her back. I feel that this is what we're talking about. We've got the expectation. She's turned her back. It's like she's saying, I'm fine on my own, right? I can find the peace from within. I feel it's more about this person, and I get that on this side. You guys, if you're on this side, choose your side, please. If you're on this side, you've gone through a spiritual awakening. There is no doubt about that. It looks like you're more closer to your evolution than what they are, I feel, right? What the other person is. Let's take the romance angels before I take more cards. What is the potential in love here? And I want to remind you that we appreciate your likes, you sharing this video, commenting, and you may mention beneath this video, yes please, so that I can get back to you within the week. And it is totally appreciated. Love spending time with you guys. It's going to be another late night tonight for myself, as we will be connecting with you through the chat. But if you want to get a message to me and I possibly miss it from the chat, do comment beneath the video. I do look at those. Let's see what's going on. Where is this love connection, this love relationship? Where is it? Children, your love life is being affected by children. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. Now the children does bring up children, but it also brings up for me the inner child. And remember, when we see children, it's like the nostalgia card, like the Six of Cups, which can say that some of you, for some of you, this is a soulmate, someone you've known from a past lifetime, or you've known them for many, many years, maybe from your childhood, possibly. But we've got an offer here with the engagement. If this is not someone popping the question, this could speak to just the ascension of this relationship, because it speaks to a high level of commitment. But this will only possibly happen where there is innocence and trust, because where there isn't any of that, it's not going to work, my dear friends, because the children are all about naivety and trust and play, which is the heart. It's Leo energy. We've got retreat, so it's time to disconnect from the world. So we do see a bride and a groom here. We've got engagement, and then people that are coming together, like in marriage, in some sort of a commitment. This could also speak to an invitation to a quiet retreat, a secretive retreat, getting together, spending time, and disconnecting from the rest of the world. So some alone time, which may bring the recovery and the healing of what's been going on with you in this relationship. What is at the foundation? We've got flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Very Leo energy. It's all about flirtation and play. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Self-worth issues may be coming up here. Maybe that's the disappointment or some sort of a heartbreak where someone has been doing things for themselves only, which could come through as quite, how can I say, instead of it being someone being generous with you, maybe they needed to love themselves because their self-worth has taken a beating. Whatever this speaks to, it could speak to you, it could speak to the other person. And clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It speaks to very soon, but a decision. Someone was having hardship in making a decision. So let's take another layer now. Wow, there is the Empress, right? There is the Empress, divine feminine. And the Empress, which is not pregnant here, and she's not pregnant here, what that says to me is that, first of all, being pregnant is carrying heavy weight. It's frustration. To me, what this says is it's like the divine feminine is letting go of frustration and sort of leaving it to spirit, leaving it to the divine. because this card does remind me of the Empress very much so. Now, the Empress, remember, is Venus Libra. It's all about Venus. There's peace, there's tranquility, there's love, there's respect, there's self-worth, and there's the possibility to build or to create. The Empress, remember, is also very attractive. So remember the admired. I get the Venusian energies here. This could also be now, because we see the two Empress figures that are not pregnant, maybe the birthing has happened already for some of you. And it's only a matter of time that you realize that. So the birthing has happened now, you know, and healing needs to take place because something has already been created. Maybe we just haven't seen it. Let's see what she's sitting on. And we've got the Five of Swords, mind games and control. So third party is here for sure. Beneath that, we've got Seven of Cups, fantasy and temptation. Lots of choices, things being up in the air. And the Six of Wands, success and recognition. So in the past, maybe there has been success and recognition, possibly many opportunities and doors opening. But then again, we've got mind games and control and a sense of inner turmoil and even you know, the Five of Swords is internal conflict about mind games. Now, I don't know, because the Empress can also speak to manifestation and riches. So I don't know if money plays a big role here as well. For some of you, this may be the case, where, because the Empress is all about the harvest, we do have the wealthy man here. So there's a lot at stake. Let's see what's going on. In the now, dear Spirit, we see the Queen of Swords and a sharp and assertive. Now this could, Queen of Swords, yes, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but I did not take the card. So at this time, the Queen of Swords, remember, she's very much about, does it work or does it not work? Like cutting edge energies, where the Divine Feminine is very detached. She wants the truth. And she's also a divorcee or in separation mode. Now, of course, the Queen of Swords could also be a third person, someone possibly going through separation and divorce. Let's look, because the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, sorry. Again, there's much competition there. Fire and air is explosive. Let's see what is going on in the now. Six of Wands, possible success and recognition, but also I'm going to say some ego as well. Some vanity could be playing out here. Now, someone could be just working very hard to succeed, because the King of Wands is an entrepreneur, is a business owner. Maybe work is at the fore right now, but where love is concerned, Six of Wands says that there will be success and balance. A balance as long as both parties are putting in the effort. Why did we have that Ten of Swords and that painful ending in the past? What happened? We had the Knight of Cups, romantic gesture. So where a romantic gesture is concerned, there was doubt. There was doubt and an inability for the Divine Masculine to reach a point of maturity, which would be the King of Cups, right? So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And I'm going to say also, because there's so much fire on the side of the other person, they may have also been coming through as more sexually inclined, more than romantic and open-hearted. Okay, so remember that the Knight of Cups is someone maybe that's been hurt in the past, so they do not trust easily. This could be also someone that was very romantic. Your person was very romantic towards you in the past, but then they had second thoughts. They took a step back, focused more so on what they're creating in their life. They're coming through more as just sexual There's fear of intimacy, emotional intimacy. Let's look at you. We've got the Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness. They've got the Ace of Wands, you've got the Ace of Swords. So it looks like the on your side, a lot of reckoning is going on. Now, of course, some of you are hoping to have the breakthrough, some sort of a breakthrough. You're hoping for the truth. You're hoping for victory. Let's look at your person. And I don't know if some of you could be leaving another air sign. Remember the Queen of Swords that showed up. Your person. They've got the Nine of Pentacles, so someone who's very independent, someone who's quite single, I'm going to say. Nine of Pentacles is a Virgo energy, someone who works very hard. Oh, and we see the backs always. We're always seeing the back of someone. We see it at the outcome. They're facing forward, actually. Wow. Even now we see here with the Six of Wands, there's ego right now, my dear friends. And as I said, maybe they are working very hard on succeeding. And not only them, possibly you as well. But it leans more to their side. And we know with the Nine of Pentacles, this is someone that's in the Garden of Eden, someone who's financially very secure, but very much in solitude. And we see that here. Someone very independent, not, independent people don't usually, they're used to being on their own or being in charge, and therefore feel that the power is within them to make all the decisions. There's not so much, equality here. That's what I'm getting. I want to take another card for them. We've got the Seven of Wands and the defense mechanism. And on your side, we've got the Page of Wands, excitement and curiosity. Seven of Wands, we see the Bear, someone who sits in a position of power. And their defense mechanism is being very independent and quite egotistical, I'm going to say, for sure, even though there's great admiration. In the Seven of Wands, we know is all about being defensive, but it also speaks to someone that's ready to take action. We've got the Six of Wands and the Seven here. So it looks like they will be called to take action. Maybe this relationship maybe they had to fight, put in extra effort for this relationship because it was like they were fighting against the odds. Maybe you were someone that they did not expect that they would fall for, I'm going to say, because they do admire you. On your side, you've got the Page of Wands. You're ready to take that journey. And we see a lot of potential here. Look at all these people with their hands up in the air. There's excitement and curiosity, and I don't know if this is a message that you are receiving that's going to give you all that excitement. It could be also a message that you're willing to send out. I don't know, but we do see Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Page of Wands, which is like the minor arcana of the Fool. So a lot of inspiration, a lot of fire. Let's see what the possible outcome is. We've got the Devil, the obsession. So you see, that's why we've got the Four of Swords. That's why we've got the Four of Swords. It's all about timing. Now here we've got Uranus and Saturn, which is the conservative, the old way of doing things, the traditional way, and we've got the different way of doing things. And I'm going to say there is an opportunity, or there is, I should say, a potential for someone to keep falling back into the same cycle. And that this message has been coming through for me very much so. The Devil, of course, is restrictive, it's limiting, it's fear-based, it's cycles, it's karma, it's stuck energies, but also obsession. Obsession is a lack of healthy connections. This is like obsessing in a very unhealthy way. The advice for me here says we cannot obsess and make someone do something that we do not, that they do not want. We cannot, by God, make someone do something that they're not ready to do. For some people, they will be freeing themselves from an obsession, an unhealthy cycle that they've fallen in again and again. They will release that. For others, they will find an intelligent way to break through any limitations and restrictions, and break through a wall that's been up forever. I'm going to take one more. Of course, that will be different for each of you. And I would say, because Uranus being an outer planet, the potential is more about breaking free, having the ability to choose and not only be pushed towards a karmic way, or a karmic, karma pushing you towards, again, a similar cycle. Now, that's why I feel that Uranus is more about finding an intelligent way to break a vicious cycle, and to free ourselves, to be free to act and react, and not stuck in doing the things the way they've always been done, and this is how religion, and this is how I've been taught, and things like that. On a positive level, the devil, which is Capricorn, it's all about climbing that mountain. It's all about not giving up. And of course, Saturn does give us the rewards after working really hard at something. Leaving the word obsession out of this. I'm going to take another card. We need to know what's going on here. So what are the potentials? And we've got the Chariot. So it's really, really interesting because, the devil and the Chariot, we've got Capricorn and Cancer. So we've just had a full moon in Capricorn, which a full moon is a culmination and it is an ending. An ending to an obsession. It was a very positive full moon. Indeed, it was very helpful. It was connecting really well to Jupiter, and Jupiter does speak to freedom, but the freedom through knowing the truth, right? And not carrying doubts. Now we've got charging ahead, and we know that the Chariot is all about change. After waiting, after being in a state of obsession and falling into the trap and sitting within fear, there's a possibility for freedom from any karma. You've done the work, left any unhealthy attachments behind, whether it's the way you think, the way you perceive, or anything to do with physicality, physical unhealthy attachments. And that could also, of course, the devil could speak to even drinking too much because trying to escape a difficult situation, or someone just needing time, because the Chariot is a victory card and it speaks to change, transition. Yes, it is a 7. For some of you, this is a 7-year cycle. For others of you, this is a 15-year cycle, or a 7-month or a 15-month cycle. Now we're going to have a new moon in Cancer, July 17th. This is where the nodes are going to shift into Aries, Libra. And of course, Venus turns retrograde a few days after that. So a new moon is planting a new seed. Cancer is the moon, it's the emotions, it's the past, it is anything to do with a home. This could be a change of home for some of you as well. Remember, we've got a gift here. This is a potential. And it is a 17, so we go 16 and 17. So I'm wondering if this is not the 16th and the 17th of July. Oh my God, everyone. I just saw this now. Hello. Divine partnership. Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. And we've got the Emperor. We had the Empress. Well, I rest my case. What is the Emperor sitting on? He's sitting on the star, waiting on a universal alignment. There's the 17, which I was just talking about. The gift comes from the Emperor. And the gift is this is a commitment. This is a union. This is something that the Emperor is now focusing on, and not only on business, energetically speaking, because the Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunities, the stars align, and the Emperor offers the Two of Cups. This is the Emperor and the Empress, remember. So we go from the Knight of Cups to the King of Wands to the Emperor. And the Wheel of Fortune is a 10, and the 10 of Pentacles speaks to an ultimate achievement. Remember, it's the marriage card. Someone may be leaving another marriage because the Wheel of Fortune says that there was injustice, a lack of truth. Wow. So we've got amazing outcome here with a happy. I don't know what to say. Wow. Wow is the only word that I can say. What a turn, sudden turn of events. And on that note, I just wanted to mention that Jupiter in Taurus is coming fairly close to Uranus, right? So this could be a wish fulfillment for sure. And if you think that, because Jupiter, of course, Jupiter and Neptune and Jupiter and Uranus, they are very much the divine. Now this could bring an expansion or Jupiter expands on everything he touches. So expect many tower moments ahead, a lot of truth, a lot of understanding about what is really going on in your love life. Dear Spirit, what is the advice? What is the advice where this divine union is concerned at this time? This is the Gaia Oracle. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. And the Sun. And the Sun is the ruling planet of Leo. The Sun does promise a lot. It's a number 24, which equals a 6, and 6 is our balance. Eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment. So many words starting with H. H, eh? Number 24. Something is resolved soon. A new page is turned as a concern you have dissolves and gives way to a period of sunshine, a time to relax and enjoy life, free of the worry and doubt that have cast a grey shadow over your life for the past few weeks. During the coming month or so, try to spend some time in nature. Allow yourself to reconnect with Gaia's nurturing and healing power. Immerse and surround yourself in her natural beauty, for she will help you restore your balance, harmonize your energy centers, and replenish your body, mind, and spirit. It may be difficult for you to switch off at first, but after a few days, as your thoughts slow down, you will settle into a new and more relaxed rhythm. Make the most of this opportunity while you can. And that does speak to the Four of Swords, which is here, right? It says that immerse and surround yourself in her natural beauty, for she will help you restore your balance, harmonize your energy centers, and replenish your body, mind, and spirit. It may be difficult for you to switch off at first, but after a few days, as your thoughts slow down, you will settle into a new and more relaxed rhythm. And that's what will be playing out for this relationship. Make the most of this opportunity while you can. So there will be opportunities here for eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. And this is the truth. The Sun only brings the truth, and it brings happiness to our core, to our lives. The affirmation here is, I'm physically and emotionally connected to the healing power of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is Gaia, and we did see the Empress. I surround myself with her beauty and feel a deep sense of peace. I'm free of worry. Each day I grow stronger and more relaxed. My life is in perfect balance. So we've got many opportunities here for some good stuff coming up around the corner. Wow, everyone. Let's take some personal handwritten love messages. Well, these are general, but if you've had these cards come through for you personally, remember that there's something important for you here. You know, the Seven of Wands on their side could also speak to them now being ready to fight for this relationship. And I'm wondering if that card is not going to come through. I'm ready to fight for us. Because possibly they could also be going through possible separation, because we've got the single card here. And remember, they're making adjustments. They're going through adjustments in their life. We have Be Mine, and it's in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles. I've missed you. Are you happy where you are? I always think about you. Three of Pentacles. Again, it was in the reverse. Let's leave the reverse messages, shall we, and make it a little bit simpler. A love like ours will never pass. Be mine. There is the gift. There is the offer. If the Be Mine speaks to, you know, I want to be with you. Let's see, you know, let's stop seeing others and just be mine. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah. But of course, it's the Ace of Pentacles as well. And Be Mine, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles again is a ending. It's a restart, which actually is another ace. I have never loved like this before. Six of Wands, which is in the now position. Maybe someone's realizing this. Babe, I love you so. Nine of Cups. And let's elope. Let's try again. I love you. Let's elope. The let's elope says to me that there are issues pertaining to other people. You could be coming from different parts of the world, different religion. I'm ready to take the next step with you. Three of Pentacles. You're my other half. I feel it. I know we're meant to be. You're the one for me. We've got two Ace of Cups here. I've made space for you in my life, and this is them. And I'm sorry for not trusting you, but I've been hurt before. Seven of Swords. And I don't want to be tied down. I will never marry. I don't believe in marriage. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles twice. Take it as it resonates for you. And my goodness, I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart right now. It won't be fair on you either. My wish is for us to be together forever. Your love touched my soul. I don't want to see any more cards, please. Your love touched my soul. Ten of Cups is here as well. My dear friends, I'm going to leave you with three Lenormand. Three Lenormand, just for a bit more clarity, and I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and also for joining us on Patreon or supporting us through Patreon. Mind you, the 20% off sale for a half hour and hour reading, tarot reading, is over now. So just letting you know that if you're wondering what's going on, what is the potential for this relationship in the now. Whenever you get this message, we've got the Rider, which is an ace. This could speak to possible movement, travel, a new cycle begins. We've got the Stars, and we've got the Fox. And the Fox here speaks to intelligence, I'm going to say, because there's a wish fulfillment here. And this was because someone was very smart. Of course, it could speak to something that was hidden. This is like stealing away with some sort of success. Yeah? Wow. The coffin is beneath the birds, so there will be news and excitement. Yeah, so a new cycle after conflict. We see that here. It looks like someone's stolen away with the goods here after an ending. The coffin, remember, is an ending, but the fox is smart, is intelligent, is tact. Right? So, I don't know. Of course, Scorpio comes up here. I'm going to say Aquarius as well, Libra. I think that's it. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say, because the fox can also speak to something that's secretive, right? This could also be, of course, a relationship that was not meant to be known by others, because there is some sneakiness here, obviously. You know, the fox is very cunning and quite sneaky, and therefore, and as well as that, the fox sits on top of Scorpio. So something very secretive, very sexual, and also very karmic. Now, of course, this could also be someone having dealt with some karma that now they've worked through, and they've got the goods. You know, the South Node leaving Scorpio obviously speaks to that. So some karma ending and someone now being all the more wiser, right? That could be the case as well. And I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you so much, everyone. It's late. It's late here in Greece. So thank you for joining me here. And don't forget to write yes, please, beneath the video. Comment, like, share, subscribe. It always helps the channel. And I will be back sending you all much love and much light. And don't forget to look forward to the Venus analysis that we'll be doing, as well as that we'll be talking about the nodal shift, the nodes of the moon shifting from Taurus Scorpio into Aries Libra, and we'll be doing a special analysis on that as well in the coming days. So join us on tier 3 on Patreon. If you're wanting the 12 extended love readings for the month, you've got to be on tier 1 in Patreon, on Patreon. So love and light, my darlings. Talk to you soon.